Hello everybody and welcome to the last NASCAR Heat 3 video on the channel. Before NASCAR Heat 4 comes out, we're going straight into some online races today. I haven't really done this ever on the channel, so I figured I'd do it today. Unfortunately, 704 wouldn't send me NASCAR Heat 4 early, so we're here with NASCAR Heat 3 one more time before the NASCAR Heat 4 release on the Gold Edition. So we start at Atlanta here for these online races, starting P1 obviously since I started up the lobby. As we go down towards turns 1 on the right side there, we had subscriber Kyler, and then behind us we had one of my moderators, Jay Cook, as you guys might know him from some of the intros we've had, especially from the Miami video. As we head down this back straightaway, like I said, I've only done online races one time with subscribers, and it was really toxic, so I was always against doing it again, but I decided for the last time before NASCAR Heat 4 comes out, we would do it again here as we came out of turn 4, heading down the front straightaway as Jay was trying to stay with me as we hit 12 laps to go at this point. As we went down towards turns 1, we only had 10 people in this first opening race as we went down through turns 1 and on the exit of turns 2. Jay was doing a pretty good job here sticking with me as we went down the back straightaway, now approaching lap 7 as we came through. A little bit later we had Kyler looking to the inside there of our moderator Jay as we came out of turn 2, so they get into a little bit of a battle as we go down the back straightaway, as there's quite a few cars that have had issues, so they weren't really up in this battle. There's only about 5 cars or so up in this battle right here for the lead position as we came through turns 3 and on the exit of turn 4 as we were starting to close in on some traffic up ahead at this point. Jay and Kyler continue to battle it out behind us as we hit 6 laps to go as we went down towards turns 1 and turns 2. And there you see 2 cars up ahead that we're starting to close in on now, as Kyler looks like he almost clears Jay down the back straightaway behind us, but Jay's going to continue to fight back as we go down towards turns 3 and turns 4. We have a rake in front of us. There's the 78 is spinning, and he almost gets into the side of us now as we exit turn 4, and I make a mistake. We hit the apron, and now we're going to slide through the grass now as we head down the front straightaway, and Jay's going to go through, Kyler's going to go through, and the 19 car as well as we go down towards turns 1 and turns 2. I should note I'm also driving the 19. This is on the 2018 base game. I'm in the 19 Suarez cars there, as it looks like Jay made some type of mistake or something, and now we take over the 3rd position as we would come through now to just 2 laps to go, continuing to run P3 as the other 22 car is going to come down and slam me in the side as we head down the back straightaway. That was not for position, that was a lap car as we go down towards turns 3 and turns 4, approaching the final lap in this first opening online race now, as I believe it was Kyler leading the way right now as we come through to cross the line to start the final lap here in Atlanta as we go down towards turns 1 and turns 2. We were running really good until everything went downhill really quickly there for that one little portion now as we come through on the exit of turns 2, heading down this back straightaway for the final time. No one really was around me, so obviously it's just cruising at this point to a 3rd place finish, as I decided we're going to try and jump up to the wall here since there's really no repercussions if I screw up right now as we come through on the exit of turns 4, and we're going to head down the front straightaway and we will come through to finish in P3 here in Atlanta. And it was Kyler with the victory. Beast Mode was 2nd, got BT Dubs in 4th, and then we got Bot Life in P5. Moderator Snakebite, he was in 7th, and Jay 9th, and C-Bug there in P8. A lot of subscribers were hopping in here, so it was a really good time, to say the least. Now is the next race, we would actually go to Bristol, and obviously nothing can go wrong with an online race at Bristol, so I decided it was a great idea. We only had the 5th fastest lap in Atlanta, so that was pretty embarrassing for myself now as we come through to start this race. A little bit of lag there on the start now as we go down towards turns 1 on the inside of the 48 car of BT Dubs, who's going to send it up the inside of the 88 car of Jay, and now we make contact with the back of him, and we keep it straight. He's into the tires, or the water barrels. Not good, not what you like to see. There's the 78's going to go up the inside there of Jay now as he's stuck behind him as we come through on the exit of turn 4, clearing the 88 as we go down the front straightaway. Now as we go down towards turns 1, the 78 takes the 22 into the wall, and the 47 punts me from behind and puts me into the pit lane. Looks like the online mayhem has started, so we would get back out on track after getting past the pit lane in P11 at this point behind Kyler and the 19 of Beast Mode, who are running 1-2 at this point. I wasn't trying to interfere with this too much. Obviously, it's a battle for the lead. We were a lap down because of getting shoved into the pit lane by the 47 cars. We go down here with 14, or actually 13 laps to go. Now, as Kyler gets into the wall, we actually make a little bit of contact with him now as we go down the back straightaway, but we keep it clean as possible. And now as we came through on lap 10, they're getting into it with all these lap cars here, the 48, the 88, the 78, all together. They're battling it out now as we go down towards turns 1. 10 laps to go at this point now as we exit turn 2. The 78 puts the 48 into the wall, and now the 22 of Kyler gets shot into the inside wall and crashed, and then we just drove into the 78, and he is rolling, and now he spawns back up ahead. So I think that was just a little bit of lag there as we head down the front straightaway with 9 laps to go. And now we're into the wall, and the 22s all up my inside as well as we come through on the exit of turn 2, heading down the back straightaway, still in P10 at this point. Now is actually going for a position here on the 78 car now as we exit turn 4, heading on the front straightaway, closing up right on him now as we look into turns 1, almost getting hit, but we go up his inside now as we come through turns 1 and turns 2, and we do clear him for position. So we take P9, we would actually move up to P6, P5, now even P4s, and make big contact with the 47 as we hit 2 laps to go at this point. That was the same car, I believe, that put me into the pit lane at the beginning of the race there as we get on that seam and get very sideways on the exit of the corner. But now coming through turns 3 and turn 4, this I believe might be our final lap now as we exit turn 4, and sure enough it is as we come through to cross the line, hitting the 88. We get P4 a lap down. Beast mode wins. We had moderator Snakebite up there in the second position, and then we got Kyler in third, and then myself in 4th, as well as moderator Jay down there in P12. So hopefully we can bounce back here in the next one and actually try to win as we come through to Auto Club starting P2 for this race. Auto Club is a track that isn't very fun when it comes to league racing. Now as we come through to start this race here in California, it is 8 laps. We were doing 4% races now as I come through, pulling up to the outside lane, and this actually might end up being a smart move in the long run now as we go down through turns 1 and turns 2, running up towards that wall now as the 19 is going to stick it up the inside there of Snakebite as we exit turn 2, heading down the back straightaway. I'm going to get close to the bumper of Snakebite, and we're going to give him a big shot now as we go down the back straightaway. It doesn't do anything, but at least I tried now as we go down towards turns 3. A 4-car battle for the lead as we go down into turn 3 wide in front of us for the lead between the 19, the 6, and the 1. They all group up there as we go through towards the inside. They're all making contact now as we're going to go up the inside and avoid all of the calamity now as we're going to be able to pull away from that complete disaster behind us. And we would completely just drive away after that happened now, so that would pretty much be the end of that race for just kind of battling with myself as we came through on the exit of turn 2. We come straight through to the final lap, still leading this thing now. As we come out of turn 2, we're going to have to deal with one car here, and that's going to be the 20. We're going to look to the inside. He almost takes us out now as we go down the back straightaway. We got lucky there to get past him as we go down towards turns 3. There you see some dirt up ahead, and there is a car slow on the apron, but he keeps it down there as we go through turns 3 and on the exit of turns 4 for the final time here. We are going to get our first online win of the episode here in Auto Club as we come through to cross the line with the victory.
First place, nice job.
Not a bad way to get a win. Here's moderator Jay down there in P5, so a decent effort for him. We got Snakebite in 6, and then you see all the subscribers, of course. Now, as we would go through to the Roval for the next one, I was asking, you know, in the Discord what tracks everyone wants to go to. The Roval was one of the top ones, so here we are now at the Charlotte Roval, starting P2 with Kyler on the pole as the green flag is out, and once again we are underway, and moderator Jay was not there, and he would cause a bit of an incident behind us as we go down into turns 1. Kyler pulls the Keselowski for a moment there, and he keeps it straight though now as we go down into turns 2. Just trying to make sure I stick with the 22 now as we go down through turn 3. Behind us we got the 48 of, I believe that was BT Dubs now as we go down into the next few corners. Kyler coming out of the corner leading, but there he goes sideways into the inside wall nearly, but he hangs onto it, but we take over the lead. And once again, just like Auto Club, once I got to the lead, that was pretty much it for that one as I would be able to drive away. We come through straight to the final lap again here in the Charlotte Roval. I had over a 20-second lead at this point now as we come through the oval turns 1 and turns 2. There you see over second place. We had a 23-second lead at this point now going down the back straightaway, approaching the bus stop chicane now as we're going to try and take it a little bit safe through there now as we go down through oval turns 3 and turns 4. Closing in on the back of the 88, but even if we get wrecked here, it's not going to be a big deal. We'll definitely have enough time to get back going there. So we're going to send it up the inside. He hits me in the right side, actually, as we come through the final corners, and we will easily win here in the Charlotte Roval. Jay all the way down at the bottom. Not a good finish for him. He was not there that race. Dr. Jones up there in P6. We see him around quite a bit, and obviously you see the finishing order from all the subscribers as we go straight through into Daytona for the next race. Starting in P3 is Kyler once again on the pole. My moderator Snakebite Racing on the outside, and then my other moderator Jay right behind me now. So this kind of works out. We got some kind of teammates who could consider it right around me, so this was certainly going to be an advantage at a plate track like Daytona. Obviously you don't know what to expect here, but I jump up to the top in front of Snakebite in the one car, seeing if I can help him out, knowing that that draft could be important. There was the 48 is almost crashing. That was actually just a little bit of lag now as we head down the back straightaway. Jay's going to pull up to the top there now as it's Jay, myself, and Snakebite in this line here on the outside, and we have the momentum at the moment to push Jay out towards the lead as we go down towards turns 3 and turns 4. Snakebite continues to follow us in line, so it's just myself, Jay, and Snakebite up top at this point. We got Kyler and the 48 of BT Dubs on the bottom as we head out of turn 4, heading down this front straightaway. We try to get Jay out in front. We're hoping to get all three of us probably clear at this point, as it's only 5 laps to go, but we continue to ride behind the 88 of Jay at this point, as there's a little bit of lag right there now as we go down into turns 1 and turns 2, and we would continue, like I said, to follow Jay as Snakebite. He wouldn't be able to stay quite connected now as they come through on lap 3. There's a car there trying to crash everybody, it looked like, and we somehow avoid it now as Jay hangs on to it, and we obviously didn't get any damage or anything, so we dropped down in front of Jay to make sure he would hold on to that draft as it went down towards turns 3 and turns 4. He's side by side at that point with the other 19 car now has come through straight to the final lap, continuing to lead in front of Jay now as we exit turn 2. We're going to have to deal with some traffic here though down this back straightaway for the final time. We got the 88 car who's going to stay low. Goodness gracious, I didn't know if he was going to go low or high now as we go down towards turn 3. Jay looks to the outside as we go into turn 3. Now Kyler is going to follow through as there's a car once again up ahead that we have to deal with now as we come through on the exit of turns 4. I didn't really know where he was going to go, and we make contact with his back bumper, and now we get hit into the inside wall, and Jay is going to come through to win here in Daytona as we're going to rebound out of that incident to finish in P3. As the 48 dies right in front of me, but a win for Jay now as we would next go to ISM Raceway. Hopefully we can have another good run there. We should have gotten the win right there probably, but we didn't, unfortunately, as we would be starting on pole for ISM. As the green flag is now out, so 47 on our outside there as everyone's cutting down to the apron, so I decided, okay, we probably should do the same, just so we don't give up a lot of time as we go down towards turns 1. It doesn't look good behind us, and sure enough, you see in my mirror now behind us there, everybody goes, pretty much 3/4 of the field just wiped each other out as we exit turn 2 in front of moderator Snakebite, so that was a complete disaster, as it was kind of expected as we went down into turns 3 and on the exit of turns 4, so a very good thing though for us as we plow into the outside wall, but we come through straight to just 2 laps to go, and it was just me driving by myself with Snakebite behind us. He'd gotten up with and battled with us a few times, but he had some bad luck as well, so we come through to, like I said, this final lap coming through turns 1 and turns 2, continuing to lead the way as we're closing in on the back of the 7 car now as we exit turn 2. You see Snakebite behind us trying to close in, but not quite enough time as we go down this back straightaway into turns 3 and turns 4 for the final time here at ISM Raceway, and we would exit the corner to come through to pick up another win here at ISM. So a solid result there, moderator Jay, P4, and then you see we were actually getting the lobbies quite filled up at this point now, as there was about 20 of us, so about half of a full lobby. So we come through straight to Talladega, where once again we're on the pole. We have Snakebite on the outside behind us. I believe we have the 24 car from looking at the mirror now as we get Snakebite right behind us as he gets down in line in front of third as we go down towards turns 1 and turns 2, and there you go, there they all go behind us now, and that does not look good at all, as that's pretty much everybody once again wiping out, as it's just myself and Snakebite as we exit turn 2 heading down this back straightaway. And I decided, okay, we'll let Snakebite in. Actually, I decided to let him go in front of me as we came through down this back straightaway, as we almost actually made contact there and crashed. So the game plan was really to just ride behind Snakebite at this point as we come through straight to lap 5 of 8, continuing to ride behind Snakebite, but he hits apron and hits me, and now we go crashing into the infield. Very unfortunate indeed, as that would completely ruin our chances at anything now as we come through. This is on the final lap now as we were running at P9 coming towards the line. I was all by myself, and we would come through to finish, obviously, in P9. Snakebite with the victory. Eric is a panda in second there. Dr. Jones down there in P20. So we come through now to the final race of the day at Miami. Once again with the fastest lap. So we're on the pole as the green flag is out. Hopefully we can end it. We've had a little bit of luck coming up into Talladega. We hadn't really been a part of a big incident. We've certainly seen some big incidents now as we go down towards turns 1. It was Snakebite once again up in second, and Jay there in fourth as we come through turns 1 and on the exit of turn 2 as we head down this back straightaway. You see some calamity going on in the back, but it wasn't too bad. We had 29 people starting this race, so it's starting to build itself up as we came through turns 3 and turns 4. Obviously, I love to run the top if you have watched my NASCAR Heat 3 career mode, so obviously we're going to take any opportunity we can to get up top now as we come through to complete that first lap. Only 10 laps to go at this point as we went down towards turns 1 and turns 2. It looks like Snakebite got into the wall there as we were dealing with a pretty loose car. I was running preset 7, I think it was now, as we exit turn 2, hitting the wall. A big mistake on my part. Now it's back Oak 5 and Jay are both coming through towards the bottom. I'm just going to leave the bottom open to them because they had a lot more momentum than me. So as we come through turns 3 and turns 4, we drop down to that third position. So now it was back Oak leading the race with Jay second, myself in third as we came through to complete that second lap. There is a car though up ahead as we go down towards turns 1 and turns 2. I hit the wall, but we're okay now as that black car just hit the outside wall and we T-bone him, and that's going to completely destroy everything. Certainly unfortunate, but we would try to rebound there as we come through on the exit of turn 2. We would actually climb back up to second place as we came through on lap 9, just avoiding people making mistakes. There's a big issue in front of us. The 88 slides down the track right in front of me. Somehow we're still going straight now as we exit the corner, hitting our moderator Snakebite. A big mistake on my part now as we come through, pulling a Sebastian Vettel at Italy, coming back on track and running into someone. But we hit 2 laps to go now as Snakebite is up to P2 as we go down into turns 1 and turns 2, running in that third position as we got the 20 car on the outside of us now as we exit turn 2, making a little bit of contact there with him. I don't know if I came up into him or what, but certainly not what we like to see, as I might have been my fault there. I might have came up on him now as we go down into turn 3, hitting the wall as we come through the center of the corner, approaching the final lap. The only chance we had at this point was the leader getting crashed, and sure enough, actually he has had an issue, and we're closing the gap. Is absolute calamity on the front straightaway as we come through to start the final lap. We're up into second place now as we go into turns 1, closing in on the 95. We're going to look to the outside of him, making a little bit of contact with his back bumper, but no harm done now as we exit turn 4. We got NC up into P3 as we head down this back straightaway. The 28 car that wrecked me earlier got spun into the infield there as we go down into turns 3 and turns 4. That guy tried to intentionally take us out, and we go through turns 3 and turns 4 for the final time, and we will exit the corner, and we're going to come through to finish it with a second place finish, right fitting actually to end the final race of my NASCAR Heat 3 career, I guess you could call it. We finished second, so only fitting compared to how we did in the career mode so many times, so many second place finishes. But as always, if you guys enjoyed, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Those would all be very, very appreciated. NASCAR Heat 4 comes out tonight for the Gold Edition at midnight, so I'm going to be staying up trying to record as much as I can to make sure I get you guys some content tomorrow on Tuesday. So thank you all for the continued support with NASCAR Heat 3. This is the final NASCAR Heat 3 video before Heat 4 career mode starts on this channel. So I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching, everybody, and have yourselves a great day.